And one of the biggest fumbles of a stock that I did not short that we talked about, but again, it doesn't matter if you talk about it, if you do not take action, anyone can talk, little take action. It's SMCI. SMCI is down an additional 10% today. Boy, did I miss out. So it peaked at highs of $49.86. If you're asking, well, how much did he miss out on, Ricky? Again, you can never catch the entire move, but this was a 26% sell-off. And in my opinion, it's kind of just getting started. The reason I was able to identify this, right? It's not rocket science. SMCI is a shitty stock. SMCI has been selling off from highs of 122 with lower lows and lower highs. Overall, it gapped up very quickly. It became very overbought. And that's essentially what really motivated me to pay attention to SMCI, because it went so quickly from 17 to highs of 48. It began to show signs of its resistance, and the past 3 days, it's been pretty much retracing. Now, it's testing the moving average. If we break below 35, then from that point, I think we're headed right back down to $20 per share, which means that it could lose an additional, I think it was 17%. Let me I'm sorry, 46%. Holy smokes. Wait, what was 17%? I don't know. There's a stock that we're talking about today in today's live trading that was like an additional 17%. But no, this thing's an absolute monster when it comes down to gap down potential. But of course, it comes at a much greater form of risk. And I think that's what really didn't motivate me to take the risk early on, is that although there was a strong descending pattern, I wasn't certain. There's a lot of craziness that's going on with the market, with MSTR pushing up originally, right? With Tesla pushing up, with all markets pushing up. I mean, the inflation report came out today. We went from 2.6% inflation rate to 2.7%. Inflation is going up, yet markets make new all-time highs. I get it. Markets are making new all-time highs because the inflation is still not that bad and the Federal Reserve is still expected to cut interest rates. But it's just a pretty crazy time to think that that is what is causing the market to continue to make new highs. Is again, not so much about the inflation, although inflation is going up. It's more of, hey, the Federal Reserve will still most likely cut interest rates. They'll stay the course in for December to cut interest rates, therefore making it less expensive for people like you and I and businesses to borrow money. But nonetheless, I wanted to talk about this, and I wanted to talk about the next setup. We don't know when it's going to pull back. All I know is we know that it will. Bitcoin is gapping up today, and I love it. Let it run. Let it run as high as it needs to. It's showing slight signs of it being overbought at 101, but I hope that it goes higher. And the reason why is that every time that it pumps, it dumps. It dumps. It dumps. It dumps. Every pump, it always dumps. It's not an if it will correct itself, but it's only a when. And this is where it could really pay to be patient. Let it rip up. Don't rush into it. There's two main stocks that I would love to short when this thing comes crashing down. And that is MSTR, of course, because MSTR is in the green as this thing pumps. I have no active position on MSTR, just so you can see. So let this thing run up. Let it run to 402. Let it run to 440. I do not care. The more it runs up, the more potential there is for downside. I love it, right? Stay patient. The second one is Mara. Mara is trying to run up. Mara is a wannabe MSTR. So it tries to run up, but as soon as Bitcoin begins to curl on over, so will Mara. In my opinion, Mara is the weaker out of the two, and obviously more pullback potential from current highs of $24 to previous lows, which again, this is a direct pump and dump. $38% is what it offers in downside. It pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps, it pumps, it dumps. It's trying to replicate that whole micro strategy approach of buying Bitcoin. It's complete BS. It's going to come crashing down. It's only a matter of time. The other one that is looking kind of weak, this is the first time in a while, PLTR. PLTR has an insane PE ratio. It is trading like over 300 times its overall earnings. It's an absolute overhyped up, overvalued company. Yes, it's doing well year over year. Sure, you can say whatever it is that you want about it. It is not a $160 billion company. It is not. It is just, it's a fact. It does not belong there. So if the hype fades, I see huge pullback potential. I think PLTR can go sub $30 per share, no question about it. Does this mean that it has to happen now? No, not at all. It's an incredibly bullish stock. It's been super aggressive in the way that it makes higher highs and higher lows. And as long as the momentum continues, this thing will remain bullish. But once that hype fades out and reality sinks in, I can reassure you, this is going to be the same setup as SMCI. It's an overhyped up stock within a short period of time. I'll keep you guys posted. Again, if you ever want to tune on in, second link in the description down below. You can join my live trading for just $1 a day with the current sale we have going on. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, team.